Alright guys, so this is the second episode. I was gonna say the first one. This is the second episode. I'm here with Diana. She's my coworker and also my friend, and she's got quite a bit of stories to tell today. We're at the rooftop of our work, which is really nice. It's kind of cold. Are you cold?
A little bit.
A little bit? Okay. Well, we're gonna get started since we don't have to be out here too long. You worked at a hotel before this?
Yes.
What was it called?
I don't know if I can say it, Kim.
Okay, so we're not going to display the name of the hotel, but she did work at a hotel before this one. You had experiences there? A lot of them?
A lot.
A lot. Okay. And so start off with the basic. How was it like? How long were you there for?
I was there for 7 years.
Wow.
So you can only imagine.
It's a long time.
How many?
Yeah, it's a long time.
It's
and
long
how
time.
many experiences do you think roughly that you had?
I mean, on different, I guess maybe like 30, 40.
How old was the
Wow.
hotel?
It was built in the 1920s.
Ooh.
So
Yeah.
it has tons and tons of history
Yeah.
to it. And it's,
Experiences.
I mean, it was like more of a day-to-day kind of. It wasn't like just random. The very first experience, I guess, that I had was I was working a night shift.
Okay.
And I was with my coworker, and we were sitting upstairs waiting for our food. Phone rang, and so she ran downstairs, got the phone, and then I randomly just hear my name, and I'm like, "Oh, our food's here!" Like, I'm thinking it's my coworker. I got up, I headed downstairs, and I see her coming from like the complete opposite side of the building, and she's like, "Hey, our food's here," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I heard you." She's like, "Huh?" I'm like, "Yeah, I heard you say my name." And she's like, "No, I didn't." So that was like the first one, I guess. That was like, it wasn't really creepy, at least to me, because I can't tell you if it was a female voice or a male voice.
That's really creepy.
It is creepy.
Okay.
So that's like the very first one that was like it was just weird. Besides that, like I said, the house was like, it's super old. It was turned into a bed and breakfast, so there's only like 8 rooms.
Only 8 rooms?
Only 8
okay.
rooms.
And there was a kitchen and there was a pool. Was there a main
Kitchen.
living area for
There-
people?
Yeah, so they're all 8 master bedrooms, so it's kind of like on 2 different levels, I'd say.
Two stories?
Yeah, 2 stories, but like, it looked like it's 2 stories, but the top of it was like the main area. I
Okay.
guess I'd say, like, someone is
Thanks for joining the conversation.
like someone's behind you, you know, like it's weird
Energy.
feeling. Yeah, like someone's just there with you,
Like
but you
uncomfortable?
can't see them. Yeah, almost. You just feel like weird.
You heard someone call your name. Did you ever have anybody touch you?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh, sure.
Mainly work nights. So one night,
creepier.
it's there by myself. I would work the 3 to 11 shift. So there wasn't like an employee area. It was mainly like the living room, the kitchen, and then there's a huge dining room. And off to like on the outside, at like the end of the property, I'd say was like a tiny little office. And there was this one night I just felt so uneasy. I felt like there was someone behind me when I was in the kitchen. I felt like it was just weird. So I sat down, I was sitting down in the kitchen on the countertops, I was washing some dishes, and I just felt like a poke behind my back. And we nicknamed him Trevor. So
Why?
yeah, we nicknamed him Trevor. I don't know why. But like all of the other coworkers, they've seen things, they've heard things. So it's like, I wouldn't say it's like a bad spirit, but
Definitely very prevalent and
yeah, for sure.
wow.
For sure, for
Okay.
sure. So that night I felt someone poke my back. Like, I don't know if they were trying to get my attention or... And then there was just, I mean, tons of little ones. Like, we would have to set up the tables for breakfast in the morning, so you would hear like the glasses like
Clean?
just like the wine cups just I mean, there's no one there. Like, it's 8 rooms. You know if there's someone there or hear everything, basically.
Yeah.
Footsteps. You would hear doors opening. One of the scariest ones, too, was they had, like, a grand piano in the living room.
Ew.
And
those are always great.
and we used to do turn-down service. So right below the living room, where the piano is, there's a room. And, like, the AC vents, like, I don't know, somehow you can kind of, like, hear what's going on in the living room. And you clearly, like, would hear the piano just
playing.
Wow,
that's creepy.
By the
like playing a tune or like little notes?
Little notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like a full-on
like
like Beethoven or something. Wow.
But the thing that happened to me, which was it shook me up a little bit.
You got the chills just thinking about it.
I just had like this uneasy feeling. I felt like very anxious. I felt like I couldn't really sit still. I felt like there was just someone behind me, like someone was like just watching me. And I left and I went to the office. And right in the office, 3 of the walls, so it's right in between, like there's a guest room here and then there's like a bathroom here. And I just heard like banging. And like this house was built in the 20s. They're like cement walls. They're not like drywall. Like, so I kept hearing banging. A little bit more of like the normal, like 1 or 2 bangs. It was like constant. So I went and I sat down in the living room, which I never do, or I never did. And I just remember I was sitting down. The dining room was on this side, and there was like 3 sets of French doors on this side, and something caught my eye. I saw the reflection of like one of the dining room chandeliers. Oh my god, it creeps me out. And something caught my eye, and I turned around and I see this black mass, like this black mass right in the middle. And as soon as I saw it, it just like ran to the wall.
Oh.
Like it ran to the wall and like disappeared.
Oh.
fucking hell.
How big was it?
It was probably like my size. I'm like 5'4", so it was like definitely 5 feet tall.
Was it
It was
floating?
I could not tell you because
Was it like a shadow?
It was a shadow for sure. It wasn't like a solid black figure. I couldn't tell you if it was a man, a woman.
Yeah.
But as soon as I saw that, I always thought to myself, I always heard things, I've always like felt things, but I never saw anything. And what's kind of creepy about that is that was my last year that I worked there when it happened. If I ever see anything, I'm gonna run out. Like, I will run out and I will not come back. But it was weird. I can't.
What did you do?
I just sat there still. I couldn't even move. I was like in shock. Like,
yeah.
It was weird. It was scary. Their coworker, he would do the overnight, and he was taking out the trash one night, and he heard my name being called from like the house. Like, he was walking out to take the trash out, and he said he heard someone say Diana.
Ooh.
And he said, I turned around and there was like no one there. And I'm like, are you sure? It said my name. And he's like, yeah, Diana.
Oh, that's so creepy.
It's creepy. Like, that place, it's just overall creepy. I was washing dishes and something caught my eye, like in the waterfall. So I just was staring at it, and I told my coworker, hey, come here, tell me what you see. I'm like, there's 2 faces in this rock.
And did any of your coworkers did any of your other coworkers see anything like what you saw?
Yeah, no, they saw full body.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Full body. Yeah. I know Julio did.
Really?
He used to work overnight, and he was taking out the trash, and when he was walking back up, there's a parking lot, and right above it you can see the entrance to one of the rooms. Well, he said he looked up, he saw a couple, and he said, "Oh, good night." They didn't like acknowledge him. He said they were going into that room. And then he realized once he got in, he's like, "Oh, there's no one in that room." And it was a couple.
God.
And it
Oh,
was
no.
That really freaked me out.
Yeah.
What were they wearing?
he said it was definitely like 30s
Wow.
style.
Really?
How was the hairstyle?
He just said he didn't really see her, but that the guy was wearing like a jacket, like a
Suit jacket?
like a blazer. Yeah, just little stuff, but there's definitely something.
Something there. Oh, yeah. I mean, multiple somethings there.
Layers of energy and memories.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Since it's been open since the 1920s, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a lot of history going in and out of there.
Yeah, Albert Einstein used to stay there. There's like pictures.
What?
There's pictures of him and his wife on the property.
Wow. And I also heard that you had some sleep paralysis.
Or, as I call it, the demon dreams.
The demon dreams.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this one, I don't know if it was a dream or like if it actually happened. Like I'm kind of stuck in between. I went to an aunt's funeral that day, and I got home and I was just so tired. I was exhausted. All I remember is being asleep, and I was face up, and I felt like just like something was on me. I could not move. I could not speak. I just had my eyes open, and I was trying to like yell out to my mom.
Yeah.
And I couldn't move. And it was so creepy because I felt like this wave, right? Like there was something in between the bed and me that moved me up. Like it was so weird. Like I felt like my body, like, I don't know if like they were trying to pick me up, or I have no idea, but I felt like, oh, it was just so weird.
Yeah.
And then I just remember waking up. I don't remember, I mean, I would think that like after something like that, that was the first time it happened to me. The second time, it was right after my grandma had died.
So have all these occurrences have been after people have passed away?
The sleep one, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Again, I just remember I was sleeping and I just felt like that weight on me, but I didn't panic. With the first one, I kind of panicked and I was like praying in my head and trying to yell out to my mom. And like with this one, I just felt like peaceful.
Really?
Wow.
Like I felt like, you know how like that saying that when you're like, it's such a huge relief, like you feel like the weight is lifted.
Yeah.
Well, this one was like the opposite. It felt like there was like a ton of bricks on me, but I felt like so,
You were submitting to it.
yeah, like I didn't.
Surrender.
I think the scariest one that I have though was my old apartments where I used to live at. We were in our new place. This was a few years ago. It was, I think the first time it happened, it was midnight. So I was in bed, Julio and I were in bed, and out of nowhere, the smoke alarm detector goes off, and we looked at each other like, what the hell? We went downstairs, nothing. Came back upstairs, and nothing. Like there was no fire, nothing. And we checked the third bedroom, our spare bedroom, and the smoke detector lights, it blinks red, whatever one sets any of them off. And it was that one in the third bedroom. So we turned it off and went back to sleep. A few months passed. It was 3 a.m, and all 5 of them went off again.
Ugh.
This time we checked that one, the third bedroom, and it was that same one.
Really?
So it's happened so many times. It's so creepy. So the third time it happened, it was no. After the second time, we called like the maintenance people and we're like, hey, there's something. The batteries are low on it or the wiring, but you guys need to check it out. So they did, and they were like, no, everything's fine. They replaced all the batteries. They checked the wiring, and the third time it happened, it was like 8 o'clock at night. We were downstairs and they all go off again. And I mean, these are 5 smoke detectors. They're like fucking loud as hell.
Yeah.
So we disconnected that one. We took it out, took the batteries out, put it in a drawer, and it didn't happen again for a while. So after that, it was when I started feeling like touching.
Touching?
Yeah, like it's almost like, have you ever like got a balloon and you rub it against you and like your hairs stick
like
up?
the static? Yeah.
Yeah, it felt like that.
Really?
I would feel it on my leg, I'd feel it on my arm, and I would feel it in my hair. Like someone just like touching my hair, like just touching it.
No, bueno. No.
So, one morning, my son was upstairs watching TV, and I was downstairs cleaning, and he runs downstairs and he's like, yeah? And I'm like, what? He's like, did you call me? And I said, no, I didn't. And he's like, yes, you did. And I was like, oh, nothing, never mind. So he got a pudding, he went upstairs and he was eating it. And then probably like 10, 15 minutes later, he comes down the stairs again. And he's like, hey, something poked my back. And when I turned around, there was nothing there.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, I was in your room.
How old was he?
He was 5.
Oh, 5.
He was 5. Yeah. I went to my aunt and I told her, like, hey, I think my apartment's haunted. And she's like, okay, come over here and we'll see if he stays. He followed me there.
Really?
And it's a guy. It was a guy.
It was a guy. Okay.
And he didn't stay there. He followed me back home. Ugh.
Chills.
He turned the smoke detectors on quite a few times after that. Probably say like 3 or 4 times after that. And then I kept going back to my aunt's to like try to get rid of him.
Yeah.
And he apologized to me through my aunt. Yeah.
Really?
He apologized and he said that he used to live there and that he was very sorry for scaring me, but that he just loved being there.
Really?
So I got his name, and I've been trying to find out about
What was his
him.
name? What was his name?
Ezekiel.
Ezekiel.
That was probably the one that affected me the most because it was at home.
Yeah.
And at first I thought it maybe like something from work had followed me home. But no, this was just something different. It was like the vibe was different. I wouldn't say it was a bad vibe, but yeah, it was.
So do you think that he was bad at all in any way? Even after saying he
No.
apologized?
I think he's very playful.
Do you think maybe he wasn't a man, he was a child?
No, he was a man.
He was a man.
According to,
To your aunt? Sister-in-law? Okay.
he was a man.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, we ended up moving out and
He didn't follow you?
he didn't follow me. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I haven't really felt anything.
So why would he follow you to your aunt's house if he liked being at a house? That
When I was going,
yeah.
I just said, hey, fine. This sounds so stupid and like crazy, like I'm a psycho. But I told him, hey, follow me. I like.
Because you wanted her to
get rid of
see.
him.
Oh, so you wanted him to follow you.
Yeah, like I don't want him bugging me, especially like if he's messing with my kid.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's just creepy. Like, if you want to mess with me, not with my son.
Yeah.
but he ended up staying with my aunt as far as I'm concerned. I didn't really hear anything
Wow.
after that. And
When you have more, we'll definitely do this again.
Yeah, when you get haunted again, you know where to come.
Let us know. When you see another ghost, just come on the show. All right.
oh, cold.
It's cold. We're going to go now. Thanks, guys. Say bye. Bye-bye.